What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live video. Here today just to look back on the game, Saturday's game. You know, Arsenal hammered Fulham, first game of the season. We are top of the league. I mean, listen, enjoy it while we can. I don't think it will last for too long, but it was a good result, man. It was an enjoyable performance. I like the new kit. I thought Willian had a really good debut. 2 assists. Initially, I said 3 assists on Twitter, but I realized that, you know, the first one, we can't really call that an assist. Was being a little bit kind there. But I thought he had a good game, Willian. It was interesting that he started the game on the right instead of Pepe. I thought Willian might have played in the 10 role, but, you know, he played him on the right over Pepe. And yeah, it's interesting because, you know, is Arteta going to play Willian over Pepe on that right-hand side? Maybe he feels he's a little bit more productive. Gabriel came in for his debut. I thought he had a very good game. An assured performance. He made a little mistake at the start when he kind of dummied the ball back to Leno in goal. But after that, you know, he won all his headers. He was good on the ball. He scored a good goal that kind of hit him on the shoulder. He was a little bit lucky with that. But I think for a debut, it's very good. I think he was kind of fortunate because I think if Mitrovic would have started for Fulham, it's a harder game. You know, it's a much more difficult game. I mean, the Premier League is probably the hardest league in the world for a centre-back because you're constantly playing against quality strikers, you know. You look, we play West Ham next week. You know, you've got Mikel Antonio. I mean, Antonio's not a great player, but he's difficult to play against, man. He's quick, he's powerful, he's unorthodox. The week after we play against Liverpool, you know, you've got Firmino dropping deep. You've got Salah and Mane making runs in behind. It's difficult, man. So, you know, it's interesting. But Gabriel, you know, with a quality performance there. Someone saying here, thoughts on Mohamed Elneny. I have to give Elneny credit for yesterday because I thought he had a very good game again. Big up everyone live in the comments right now as well. Elneny's one of them for me. Like, I don't want to judge his performances based on my rating of him as a player because I don't really rate him that highly as a player. But he has played well the last few games. I still don't think he can be the main man in the midfield, you know. Him and Xhaka, okay, maybe you can have a few good games. I don't want to see that against Liverpool. I don't want to see that against Man City, against De Bruyne. I don't want to see that against Man United, against Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. So I thought he played well, but I wouldn't completely, you know, get carried away with these performances. Big up Omar, I said, Elneny was brilliant, but he's still not good enough. Let's be real here. In terms of starting, then yeah, maybe he's not good enough, you know. I think Arsenal will maybe keep him as a squad player. Let me address this because I can see you in the comments there, you know, you're having a little go. Curtis, I'll upload whenever I feel like it. Curtis, that's the way it is, bro. That's the way it is. I know people like you know, consistency with YouTube channels. You know, I'm going to upload every day at this time. And I get that. It is easier. You know, I watch some YouTubers where a guy will, you know, upload every day at 6 p.m. So you do know where you stand with that. You know, at the moment, the way my lifestyle is, it's a little difficult for me to just go bang, same time every day. I know that might make it easier for people. And I will try and do that as time goes on. But right now, bro, I have to just, you know, do it as and when I can do it. I could have ignored your comment, but I'll address it, man. I'm not going to ignore it. But yeah, that's just my response to that. Curtis, when Martinelli returns, Arteta will have a selection headache. He will, but it's a nice problem to have, man. You know, he can play on that left-hand side, but Aubameyang, you know, I moaned about Aubameyang for 6 or 7 months playing on the left. But every time the man plays, he seems to score, so I can't really complain. Oh, okay, no problem. I really like your thoughts on AFTV. You always speak spot on. I appreciate that, man. Listen, everyone who goes on there, we're just fans, man. We're just fans. And just give our opinion. I always try and give quite a balanced opinion. You know, some people react off emotion, which is understandable sometimes. Big up Wilson, he said, do you think that Elneny is good enough to be a squad player? See, I don't know if I'm wrong. This could be me and where I'm a little bit wrong. I don't like to look at players as squad players because if, let's say, Elneny's the next centre midfielder, if one midfielder gets injured, Xhaka got injured yesterday. I don't think it's a long-term injury. Then Elneny's in the team. He could play 6 months in the team. Do I think Elneny's good enough to start every week for Arsenal? I don't think he is. If you are saying squad player, maybe Europa League, early stages, League Cup, FA Cup, you use him sparingly in the Premier League, then possibly, because like someone was saying yesterday, the amount of money we would get for Elneny wouldn't be a lot. I think we'd be lucky to get 6 or 7 million for him, what we paid for him. So I can see Arsenal keeping him as a squad player. If Leno gets injured, we are effed. I mean, what do you guys make about Martinez? I'm reading here that he's joined Aston Villa, 20 million. And we're signing some goalkeeper apparently called Alex Runarsson. He's Icelandic. I think he plays in France. He's 6'5", 6'1", sorry, 25 years old. One of our coaches has worked with him before. I mean, you can't tell me, without me seeing this guy, so I don't want to make a judgment, I would imagine this guy's level is a lot lower than Martinez. And as the previous guy just said, man, if Leno gets injured, there's a very big drop in levels, man, which is disappointing. Big up Matt Lewis says, keep up the good work, Curtis. Love the channel. Appreciate that. Wilson says, great content as usual. Thanks a lot, bro. Nathan says, who? Listen, I don't know who this Alex Runarsson is. I'm not going to judge him too early. But of course, I think we can all see that we're dropping a level. Letting Emmy go. Willian had a good game. He did. He looked good. I think what they're trying to do is, raise money on Martinez. It's 16 million with 4 million in add-ons. Apparently, they're easy add-ons to meet. So we will get 20 million for him eventually. Raise 20 on him. Buy this keeper from the French league for a couple of million. You've made, 18 million, and that can go towards a Partey or our. Robbie said Arsenal can challenge for the title. I mean, I think Robbie might have been getting caught up in the emotion of us winning that game yesterday, because let's be real, we're nowhere near title challengers. I think we have to take it step by step. At the moment, let's try and get back in the top 4. We're a long, long way off the title. Partey or our? I think Partey, personally. Because I genuinely believe that Willian can play in that 10 role. So I would go with Partey. I think we need that powerhouse. Box to box, energetic, to make us more difficult to play against. Oh, apologies, man. Curtis, you didn't get back to me, bro. I gave you my email. Listen, send me that email again. Sorry. Honestly, I didn't note it down. I may have missed it. Send that again. Hour for me. Yeah, I don't mind. People, let me know. Like, who do you think we need more? And give me your reasons. Which one? I mean, Aouar's like a creative number 8. You can potentially play him 10. Partey's box-to-box, energetic, powerful. Is it good business? 20 million for Martinez, 10 million for replacement, only 10 million in a transfer budget. Now, that to me makes no sense. If we're spending 10 million on a replacement, then I'm fuming. Big up Ted Watts, always supporting. Like and subscribe the channel, please. 200 of you watching live right now. I'd appreciate if you guys could subscribe. It's a great way to support the channel. We need to build from the bottom up. So Partey, and that's the thing. I think we need that stability. We've got a good goalkeeper. Hopefully our defense improves with Gabriel and Saliba when he comes in. And then, we need that powerhouse for me in midfield. Is Saliba hurt? Yeah, apparently there was fitness issues about him, which was, because I actually thought he might have played yesterday. Partey, we need the midfield enforcer. Yeah, I agree. Liverpool look really shaky. I mean, Leeds scored 3, could have scored more. I thought Van Dijk was a little bit arrogant the way he played yesterday. He seems to really, the hype's gone to his head. Don't get me wrong. Van Dijk's an outstanding centre-back, probably the best centre-back in the world. But when you reach a certain level, sometimes you take your foot off the gas a little bit. And maybe that's just what's happening with with Van Dijk. We're signing some next goalkeeper that our goalkeeping coach has coached, apparently. Yeah, as I say, Alex Runarsson, that well-known goalkeeper, apparently. And there you go. You see, you guys know more. He's a backup at Dijon. I mean, so you're telling me the man don't even start for them. He's their backup, and we're going to bring him to be our backup. Boy, we better wrap up. We better wrap up Leno in cotton wool, man. We cannot afford him to get injured. We need Partey. I agree, man. I just think that's the type of player we need more. Thomas in 3 years will be done, but Aouar will last us for like 10 years. I think it's what you produce. I would rather have 3 great years than 10 average years. I'm not saying that's how it's going to work. And I don't think necessarily 3 years. Thomas is 27, you know. I think players can play beyond their 30s now. We've seen it with Aubameyang. He's 31. He looks like he's at his best. Buenos Aires Guna said the Emi Torreira fund should be enough for Partey. As for Aouar, I believe they'll accept payments throughout 2 or 3 years. I mean, I've seen a report here on Twitter from a French journalist saying that Lyon are going to have to sell players for potentially reduced transfer fees if they're not sold before the end of the window, because Lyon have not even made the Europa League this season. And I think they're saying Memphis Depay, Dembele and Aouar are their 3 players they could look to get rid of. So I think Aouar is maybe more possible than Partey for Arsenal, because, you know, I think we could get a nice structure to the payments, like the Pepe deal, you know, pay it over 2, 3, 4 years. So I think Aouar at this stage, my opinion, is more likely than Partey, because I think Partey, we have to pay all or the majority of that fee up front to Atletico Madrid. Big up, Curtis. Do you think we're going to sign Aouar with Emi's Depay? As I say, I think we need Partey more. That's just my opinion. But I can see Aouar getting done. Thomas Partey is a young 27 Partey expert. Curtis, get me on the show. Haha, Partey breakdown edition. Listen, man, if you guys know more about Partey, I've probably seen him play like 10, 11 times. I wouldn't call myself an expert on him, but to be fair, his level seems to have got consistently higher every time I've seen him. Listen, until 20 minutes ago, I had never heard of Alex Runarsson. He's not even somebody that I've like signed on Football Manager or packed him in FIFA. I've literally never heard of this guy. But it looks like we're going to sign him. LG said, I'm a Partey expert. Yeah, man, I know about the Partey life. I don't know about Thomas Partey life, but yeah. 4-2-3-1 with Ozil. Can this happen? I'm sure he's going to get game time. He's going to stay at the club. He's on 350. They're going to have to play him at some stage. I mean, I believe he wasn't even on the bench yesterday. But hey, I'm really surprised no one else is interested in Partey. I really hope we get him. The man's a beast. Honestly, I'm shocked. There are a lot of teams in Europe that I look at and I think you could do with a powerhouse in the middle. You know, why are they not buying him? 45 million's reasonably cheap. I know it's a difficult market, but you know, we've seen some clubs have got money. Let's get them both. I mean, can you imagine if we had both of them? Both of them two in midfield would be outrageous. Thanks for the reply, Curtis. Hey, no worries, man. I try and read as many as I can. There are a lot of you in the chat now as the support's getting bigger, which I really appreciate. Just be patient if I do miss your messages sometimes. I try and read as many as I can. Partey, when our defence is solid, players up front will feel confident to express themselves then when you see better quality from the Arsenal. I mean, yeah, and defensively, you know, as an attacking player, when you're defensively solid, it makes it, you feel a lot more comfortable because your defensive responsibility is a lot less. Aouar in installments, Partey up front. Yeah, I believe that's how it is. Which makes me think Aouar is more likely, but you never know. You never know. Maybe we'll get one of them. I would say one. Just a quick add on, Partey is more than just a sitter and he breaks the lines with his quick penetrative passes. Apart from Ceballos, no one does it Xhaka is very safe. For you guys then, I mean, looking how we may move forward, how do we fit these guys in the team? In terms of formation, I mean, if we play three at the back, we only really play with two centre mids. So would it be Partey and Xhaka? Would it be Partey and Ceballos? If we got Aouar, would it be Aouar, Xhaka, Aouar, Ceballos? I don't know how they're going to do that. Both will arrive, mark my words. I hope you know something that we don't. It's due to our goalkeeper coach, Inake cannot just triple the worth of Emmy. Yeah, apparently he's worked with this new coach, new goalkeeper before, Renarsson. So, let's hope he knows something that we don't. Partey and Ceballos, yeah, I like the sound of that, but Xhaka's got a very big fan base at Arsenal, man, and it seems like Arteta's one of them as well. I know he got a slight knock yesterday. If we get Partey, we can play Ozil. You guys really want Ozil back in the team, innit? I think Ozil will get game time, and maybe with the protection of a Partey, it will free up Ozil a little bit. It's going to be interesting how we, get Ozil back once he comes back, because he hasn't played for so long. Aouar does a few fancy dribbles and nutmegs and has managed to deceive so many people. I guarantee we finish higher in the table with Partey protecting our backline. Interesting. I mean, Aouar, honestly, I've seen more of Partey than Aouar. Aouar does look good, but I'm not totally sure because I don't know, and he's very small. Curtis, great content from yourself. May I ask if you know where Torreira was yesterday, please? Do you see him leaving? Also, what are your thoughts on the clash between Danny and Nketiah? First of all, Torreira was training in the week. And again, I don't believe he was on the bench yesterday. I think it's safe to say there is possibly a transfer on the way. I do think he will leave. I think he'll go back to Italy, Torino or Fiorentina, I think, are being linked. The clash between Ceballos and Nketiah, I felt like it was a bit petty. It's not the end of the world. I don't think we have to make a big deal out of it. It seemed to be more aggravated from Ceballos. I think sometimes when players are on the bench, there's a lot of frustration and emotion there. I got the impression that Ceballos was vexed that he was on the bench. We've seen the picture after the game, him and Eddie. But you don't want to see too much of it because it can affect a dressing room. But, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think the reason Aubameyang hasn't been announced yet is that Arsenal want to announce the signings of Aubameyang, Aouar or Partey together. Come on, you Gooners. I don't know. I'm not sure. Me personally, I think Aubameyang's delaying it. I think Aubameyang is probably saying, I want to see who you're signing. That's just my opinion. Big up Curtis. With more players coming in, some guys will have to be benched, but the depth is beneficial if we're going to challenge for trophies. Thoughts? Do you know what? Yesterday, I like the fact that we brought on Ceballos, we brought on Pepe. I looked at the bench and I thought, we've got quality players there to bring on. And that's what it's all about. You need to bring players on who can influence the game. And, I remember in the FA Cup final, I was looking at the bench thinking we really lack quality there. So it was nice to see a strong squad. So we need to add to that further. We're going to need depth this year. This is the season where, more games in a shorter period of time. What do you think of the Edouard offer? Looks like Laka may be going. Is that true? I mean, Neil Lennon come out and said he's had no offers for Edouard. I do like the look of him. He looks like a good player. I think Lacazette will stay personally. Big up Curtis, fan of your content. Do you think Bellerin is good or will Cedric work if Bellerin leaves? Thoughts? What is interesting, I'm reading today again, now whether this is true, that Wolves are going to come back in with another offer for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So it looks as if Bellerin may stay. I think Cedric will be the backup. And I think Cedric will probably play, like Europa League and League Cup and that. You can still get a lot of games doing that. Kai says, big up Curtis, big up, man. 10 million for Raya is great business. Is it Raya, the goalkeeper at Brentford? I've just got this thing in my head with him that, he made two mad mistakes. You know, against Fulham, he got done from that free kick from miles out. And then I see a game against Hull, was it? Where the centre-back passed it back to him and he lets it go straight under his foot, man. Yo, Curtis, how are you, my brother? Big up. Do you think we have a buyback clause for Martinez? I doubt it. I just don't see Arsenal doing that. We don't seem that savvy when it comes to, buyback clauses. Why was there none with Gnabry and, Jeff Renee Adelaide or big sell-on clauses, man? We just don't seem like we do that. Love from Malaysia. Big up, man. Appreciate that. Raya has brilliant distribution. I hope you're right. I mean, he must have something decent, but, it looks like they could be going for this Icelandic player. I think they're saying £2 million for him. But I think Raya, the Brentford manager, was quoted saying he wouldn't even take 10 million for him. Raya average, in my opinion. I mean, what I've seen, I don't like. I don't think it just seems like a big drop on Martinez. Curtis, who is a player you would sign that can make the same difference that Bruno Fernandes had for Man United? For me, Partey. I know he's a different player to Bruno. He's not like the ball player. But I think he can have that big influence on our team. Look for the response, Curtis. No problem, man. Who do you think will be Arteta's starting front three this season? And this is what I'm saying. I thought it was going to be Pepe, Lacazette, Aubameyang, but could it be Willian, Lacazette, Aubameyang? If we're going to play three at the back, then we've only got two centre mids. I thought Willian would play in a three in the number 10 role with Pepe on the right, Aubameyang left, Lacazette middle. So maybe Willian's going to play ahead of Pepe. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's a big season for Pepe, man. Partey is the player we need now. I mean, that's the one for me. Curtis, this isn't Arsenal related. What do you think of Everton's team this season? I mean, they've made good signings. I've got to admit, Decore is a player I felt like Arsenal could have looked at, if I'm honest. I do think Partey is a step above him, but he's a good player. Alan from Napoli, good player, was being linked with PSG last year. James Rodriguez as well. I think they'll be good. And, they're about to play Tottenham actually in a minute. So I will be cutting the stream off around then because I'm really hoping Everton can beat Tottenham. Has Martinez signed for Villa? He's gone, bro. 20 million. Initial 16, 4 million in add-ons. Curtis, we are making a catastrophic error by letting Emmy go. It's one of them, innit? Like, we're in a fortunate situation to have two good goalkeepers, but I would have tried to have kept them both. Big up Irrelevant Gamer. He said, big improvement on the bench. Impact went from bringing on Willock and Reece to Ceballos and Pepe. No disrespect. You're right, man. You're right. Much better players we were bringing on. Thanks for your response. Cheers from India. Also, do you think Holding will have more game time than Gabriel Saliba? Holdinho, they was calling him yesterday. I think he'll get game time. Apparently Arteta said he doesn't want to let him go on loan now, so he's going to play. For all this delay, I hope the Aubameyang video bangs, man. I mean, do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little bit bored of it now. I don't care what the announcement is now. Just get it done. I feel like they've made it that long that the excitement when it happens will not even be the same because we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Big up, Curtis. Do you think we should send Reece and Nketiah on loan, bring in Edward? I'd be all for that. That Edward at Celtic, I like the look of him. Honestly, I would try and sign him. Gonna head off, Curtis. Take care, mate. Big up, Omar. Always supporting. Curtis, you finally gave in and bought the shirt, I see. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I was tweeting and saying I'm not buying any shirt until, until I see signings. But I was in the shop the other day, man. I looked at the home shirt and I just thought, you know what? I really like that shirt. I'm going to get it. And you know what? That blue shirt that's just come out, I'm going to have to get that. I like that shirt as well, man. It looked so good yesterday. What do you guys think of the kits, man? Which kit do you think is the best kit? Thanks for the reply, bro. I'll get my bro to DM you on IG. Would you prefer Aouar or Partey and why? As I said, man, Partey, I think that's the player we need more. Big up all you guys in the chat at the moment. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video. For you guys who was giving me a hard time at the start, I will try and be more consistent over the next few weeks. Do you know what? I like to do different times because some of you guys are in different parts of the world. So, sometimes if I do it at night time, some of you guys are asleep. So I do earlier ones. So that's why I try and mix it. Good evening from Cambodia. What do you think of Spurs? We all know what Spurs are, mate. We all know what they are. Love your channel. You know what Spurs are, mate. They're garbage. Third kit, in my opinion. Yeah, the third kit looks clean, man. Seeing Willian in a blue shirt again looked like we were Chelsea. I think, that third shirt, man, that looks nice. That is a good one. I might have to get that. Hey, Curtis, do you think we should buy Edouard from Celtic and loan him back for the year? I feel it's a good option if Laka stays and he can help Celtic win their 10th title. Do you know what? That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. Celtic would probably do that. Fabregas and Vieira, Aouar and Partey. Hey, the modern day, man, you never know. But can you see Arsenal buying both? That's the problem. Fun fact, Curtis, Arteta used to play with Kocha, Ronaldinho and Poch at PSG. That's a great fact. I actually didn't know that. Becoming an Everton fan for 90 minutes, supporter for 90 minutes. We all are, man. I think Everton might be dangerous this year, honestly. Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Decore, Allen, James Rodriguez. My boy Balasti's back there from his loan, although he's not playing today. But, yeah, I think they'll be decent. Laka has 2 years left on 200k. But clubs are interested, man. Clubs are interested. Everton to win 2-1, I called it. I think they're going to trouble Tottenham in this game, honestly. Tottenham have a good attack, let's be honest. And I don't think Everton's defence is great. I got to keep it 100. I don't think their defence is great at all. Michael Keane and people like that. We could have sold Leno for 40 or 50 million and kept the better keeper. Well, time will tell, bruv. That's it. Curtis, I don't really care about kits so long as Arsenal challenge is true. Last year, we had 3 fantastic kits, but we were garbage. The anticipation for Aubameyang signing is no longer expectation. The announcement is taking this long. It's boring now. It's actually boring, the whole Aubameyang thing. Arteta sounded like, he said yesterday after the game, hopefully you can get some news in the next few days. So I think the announcement will be this week. Do you think away fans will ever come back into football stadiums in our life? I hope so, man. Maybe not this season, though. Sounds like no away fans will happen this season. They have the same rubbish defense. Arteta will be coach of the season. I hope you're right. See, the interesting thing is, I was speaking to someone who watches a lot of German football, and he was saying to me, look, in a year or two, Bayern Munich will probably come and have a look at Leno because Neuer has got a year or two left. And he says, look, I think Leno would go to Bayern Munich, whereas a Martinez, he would have stayed at Arsenal for years because he genuinely loves the club. So, it's interesting. But Leno, you've been picked, so do your job. He was decent yesterday. Aubameyang has already signed. Maybe, maybe not. Curtis, will you be at the next Box Park screening? Possibly. I couldn't make it yesterday. And apologies, man. I couldn't do a live stream yesterday. I was very busy. So hopefully, who've we got? We've got West Ham on Saturday evening. I will be doing one for that. I'm going to get going now. Big up everyone in the chat. I'm going to go and watch this game. Hopefully Everton smash Tottenham. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Great win for Arsenal yesterday. 3-0. Quality performance. Aubameyang with another. Thierry Henry, R1 finesse, FIFA finish. Willian with a couple of assists. Lacazette off the mark. Gabriel off the mark. Great win. Don't get too excited. Fulham weren't great. We're going to have bigger tests than that. But you can only beat what's in front of you. Martinez has gone 20 million to Villa. We're signing some goalkeeper by the sound of it. Some Icelandic goalkeeper. Who knows how good he is, man. I'll be back all this week. Look out for the live stream next week against West Ham. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, people. And let's hope Everton smash Tottenham. Take care, man. Bless.